Given the amount of risk that goes into making video games, video game development and production and marketing, I think companies would do that. If it was that easy, like just get good, just make better games, don't you think they would do that given all the risk involved with game development and the price and the potential financial ruin you can experience if your game doesn't do well? And given how tribalistic gaming has become, I hold gaming outlets to better standards if they're going to create videos and commentary like this, right? It makes the next two statements from the Escapist magazine, I think, very, very poignant. They said the following: "It may well be serving the fundamental journalistic practice of holding power to account, but it ignores journalism's other underlying conceit of the pursuit of truth." And he concludes, "Simply, the entire controversy stemmed from a failure of journalistic integrity on the part of IGN, and that's now seared into the public consciousness. I'm all too familiar with journalistic malpractice, not pursuing truth, leading to false narratives that get seared into the public consciousness. It's happened all too often. And the real issue here is that Baldur's Gate 3 continues to be weaponized to this day." That's what I want to talk about next. So that's just kind of a quick flyover recap of like, this guy makes this tweet, points out the unique circumstances that went into Baldur's Gate 3 and what made it so excellent, so special, so successful. And he says, listen, you cannot expect this from every game studio. It just is impossible. This could kill other studios if that's what you're expecting. Now, people weaponizing the game were quick to jump on this. They're like, yeah, you're panicking because your game sucks, or you guys don't know what you're doing, okay? We've all seen this before. A really bad game is constantly thrown in the faces of devs as well as fans. Things like "fix your game" or "dead game." These become war cries and tribal chants of the masses. And it doesn't stop there. The console warring and childish bickering in gaming social spaces is often one of bad game grenade throwing, right? You just keep throwing things back and forth like, well, your game sucked. Screenshots of Metacritic scores are lobbed back and forth as if some strange game of Battleship is being played. If you land enough bad game blows on the other side, you might sink their fandom battleship. But now, in some bizarro universe turn of events, a really good game has been weaponized in similar ways. First, it's been weaponized in the way that we've already seen. I've seen a narrative and a claim that, well, no game needs DLC or microtransaction. Baldur's Gate 3 proves it. 3 years of early access, which is basically fan funding, is not something that we want every game doing. Steam is already overwhelmed with games in what feels like an eternal early access ocean. So this presumption isn't just foolish, it's out of touch. If you want to celebrate a successful game not having microtransactions, by all means do it. But turning the game into a blunt object to bludgeon other game devs with is just weird. Also keep in mind that Larian has indicated that they want to do DLC in the future, but not to expect anything anytime soon. So even a game as pure and perfect as Baldur's Gate 3 may seem to be thinking about the potential of extra content down the line. And they should. A game of this size would be foolish to not at some point look at expanding and adding if possible. Now, the second way this game has been weaponized is by console warriors. While a little console warring here and there is entertaining, I'm finding the entire exercise tiring. I'm simply unable to cover any game from either side without it becoming grounds to call me a hater or a shill. On both sides, I think, are guilty of just complete and utter nonsense when it comes to Baldur's Gate 3. First, the Sony fans were touting this it wasn't exclusive. It isn't a timed exclusive, even though that is how it's playing out. And the constant invocation of this is frustrating. Do you want to know why it's frustrating? That you keep calling it a timed exclusive when it's not? You could actually win more points by calling it what it is. It's a late arrival. A non-paid for, no contract required late arrival on Xbox. That's a far worse scenario than a few months of timed exclusivity. So, lesson learned. You can land stronger points against the opposition if you just speak honestly. But don't worry, the Sony fans aren't the only guilty party in the room. Xbox fans should be embarrassed. First, there were the strong claims of denial. It's not the Series S, it's the devs. That's why the game can't come to Xbox on time, even in the face of dev interviews, tweets, and comments clearly pointing to the Series S. Mental backflip gymnasts were quick to dismiss those comments or twist them. And can you be blamed, really? I don't think you can, when your fearless leader, Phil Spencer, lied to the public during an interview with IGN about the situation at Gamescom.
Oh, they got pushed off the roof.
It landed him in a hilarious walkback 24 hours later as Larian announced the game was coming to Xbox without feature parity. So Phil Spencer goes from saying, it's not a hardware problem, we're not abandoning parity, to 24 hours later, taking the game without parity. I found it to be hilarious, and I found his dishonesty to be upsetting. This is what happens when you're committed to facts, when you're committed to evidence and truth. You can hand-wave, obfuscate, and twist things to your own narrative. So instead of just being celebrated as the clear Game of the Year frontrunner, Baldur's Gate 3 is at the heart of a storm made of false pontificated fecal matter. Gamers who weaponize a good game prove that they aren't worthy of a good game that they're wielding like a baseball bat. 2023 is one of the best years we've had in gaming, and I plan to continue celebrating that while pushing the fringe out of view.
I'm guilty of that.
While we're talking about this, why not learn from Larian, right? Why not try to leverage the unique circumstances that they were able to leverage? So what were the unique circumstances? Well, one of the questions that comes to mind is, are there any developers out there right now that could leverage what Larian had, right? When I think of big studios with big property that could potentially take a similar approach, well, two games come to mind, and the first we've already discussed. Diablo 4. Sadly, we can't travel back in time and let Diablo 4 launch in early access 3 years ago, because it clearly could have become a much better game. Not just as a live service game, but as an RPG in general. All the player feedback about the content loop, the leveling, the skill trees, class balancing, all of that would have helped shape it into a much stronger game. Now they have to tread the live first exercise, like early access gamut, right? The game's already live. It went live first, and now you're going to try and treat it like it's early access. This could lead to a great game down the road, but there are two other games that I will cite in a moment, and they are going to make that climb very, very difficult for Diablo. Now, the second game I thought of was Elder Scrolls 6. With the review scores of Starfield continuing to fall, Bethesda has some soul-searching to do, in my opinion. And Baldur's Gate 3 is certainly a test case for games like Elder Scrolls 6. You have a massive franchise, and you have decades of institutional knowledge. But one thing that could really work here, I think, is a new engine. What better way to build and test Elder Scrolls 6 than in early access? Even the format of Baldur's Gate 3, giving folks the first act all this time, you build the first area, you build the first act, and then you let people play it. And then you just build on top of that. You take in all that player feedback. As pointed out by Mr. Nelson, a massive project can lead to financial ruin if not handled well. And Bethesda may need to re-earn confidence and favor after Starfield. It had...
Oh, this isn't what I wanted. All right, let's go.
Our scouts told us you'd come. The devil's ally. Come to finish us, have you?
You must mean Karlak. I know the truth about who you are.
I'm sure she's invented a fascinating history of our crimes. The truth is far simpler. We are paladins of Tyr, Lord of Justice. He sent us after an infernal being, straight out of the Nine Hells, hiding in the form of a one-horned tiefling, Karlak. She slaughtered countless refugees fleeing the Absolute. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her.
I'm ready.
Let's get positioned right here. Say about your story. What then?
Then you'd be very stupid indeed. Poor Karlach, allied with the first sap she met, who will be so quickly destroyed. Zariel will find this all terribly funny. This way. A subtle approach.
Dumbass. Gotcha. Eldritch Blast is so good. Is there any other attacks I can use to prep? No, just the magic is good by itself. Eldritch Blast. Damn.
Victory awaits.
Get him, Lae'zel. Smash his ass. Little bitch. Hit you with a shove. Fuck.
To me.
Oh, got a little extra. Who the fuck is that? Holy shit. God damn. What the fuck? He's got a bunch of action slots. Not enough movement. God damn it. Gotcha, bitch. Can we hit him with the Eldritch Blast? How much? 55? Damn.
What should I do?
Help Lae'zel. Everybody keeps killing her.
Time to strike.
Oh, I'm coming, asshole.
You will not take
Damn it.
Within reach.
She's just not moving. She's confused. Good shit. Damn it. Let's get him with a knife. Woo!
This is worth the cost.
Can we drag her ass down here?
Let's get this over with.
Fuck.
One day I'll catch a break.
Swift and lethal. Make way.
Weapon dropped. Good shit. Get this Eldritch Blast. Damn. It's really hard to hit these guys.
To kill you. I missed this. Time to move. You see me?
Got her ass. Alright, let's heal you guys up.
There's no time to waste.
Alright, I'm gonna throw this Mega Potion. You guys stay right there. Okay. Okay. Let's get another throw a regular potion. Throw a couple of those. Didn't hit Lae'zel. Let me get a little closer. Good shit.
Eager for battle.
Let me stand with Shadow and heal. Let's get a Mega Health. A big one. A biggin. Good shit.
Can rest.
Oh, I should have just short healed. Fuck. Oh well. Oh, Sword of Justice. Can I examine? Nope.
Securing.
Oh shit, I'm sorry guys. Oh, only Astarion got hit. Sorry about that. Hatch.
The rot of death. Delightful.
Oh, we got a little stash down here. Trident.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Locked. Okay, I don't see it on the map. I'm gonna mark it. Here we go. These two guys aren't even over there anymore. I'm gonna... What's this? The crevice? Oh, I think I already checked that. That had loot in it. I'll check it again just to make sure.
Indolence breeds madness.
Can I sleep in the beds to rest? Astarion, rest. Get some health. Ah.
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.
It's me? Oh shit, I didn't mean to talk to you. But, thanks. Hey Astarion, how you liking the battle?
I knew we were a strange band, but a few fugitive from the hells? Now that's someone worth knowing. Not that I want to get on the wrong side of any devils, but this Karnak is a survivor. Plus, I appreciate anyone who opens a conversation with threats of bodily harm.
I think I have a parasite to feed Astarion. Where is it? I think I collected it with somebody. Forgot who. I think Shadow. Yeah, it has to be somebody else. Maybe Shadow. No? Lae'zel? Do you have it? Or maybe did I send it to camp? I don't know what I sent to camp. Yeah, I don't have it. I thought I remembered picking up one. Or maybe it wasn't what I thought it was. Oh, I remember. He was an infected victim, but I was only able to speak to him. I couldn't figure out how to eat his parasite or give it. No, wait, I think I remember picking one up. It was like in a jar. That's cabbage. It was like in a jar or something. Maybe I misremembered. Probably not it. Maybe it's in one of these fucking pouches. I don't know. I'm not looking through that shit. We got some new weapons. Hold on. Where are they at? Not that. Yeah, Sword of Injustice. Pommel Strike, Lacerate, Cleave. Nice.
My faith will guide me.
Was someone there? Let's get going.
Assume nothing.
Alright, let's go. I don't know what's making my weight so heavy. I'm at 110. I'm supposed to have 140.
Wits and blades, always sharp. Action, not reaction.
Watch your back. No one stop me yet. Trust no one.
See if you like any of these new weapons. I don't think you could use them. 6 to 13. That rapier is so good. Yeah. Alright, so we finished checking out this whole area. We got these missions to do. We got this little house area to check up out there. We got Rugen's Associates. What's this down here? Tea House. Yeah, still haven't figured that out. Let's go to Emerald Grove. Sell some shit.
Has yet to top Fallout 4 Steam chart numbers, as well as it's already fallen well below 80% at like a 77. That's well where I said it would land, but that's not what people want to see if they're going to place confidence in the future of anything from Bethesda. But that doesn't mean that early access is a one-size-fits-all solution to minimize risk. Even early access comes with its own risks. You're going to let folks see your product early. That can really damage perception. That can really damage confidence. So the situation's more delicate than many think. If you really want to consider a fragile or delicate undertaking, look at live service games. Ironically, the most non-live service game ever, Baldur's Gate 3, is showing how to launch a live service game. If you look at Path of Exile, if you look at Last Epoch, they seem to already be doing this. They're heavily incorporating player feedback and involvement, and it's taking their games further than they probably would go on their own. And they are posing, I think, a significant challenge for Diablo 4. So, are big studios and game devs panicking about Baldur's Gate 3? Is Baldur's Gate 3 the new standard for games and RPGs? No, I don't think so. But from where I sit, that doesn't mean that we can't learn a ton of lessons from what the game got and how it got to the height that it is now. And that, I think, is a rising tide that will lift all boats if companies can properly navigate the treacherous waters of game development. So let me give you my thoughts and my conclusion here. Game comparisons will never, ever go away. While they are certainly not wrong or unhelpful, most of the time I find comparisons misused. If a game is successful, then every game should do what it did. If a game fails, then every game like it is doomed to failure. This is a common trope anytime I debate live service games. The pendulum of success does not swing so cleanly. So many factors go into why a game succeeds or fails. If the formula was simple,
Give me your gold.
companies would be making more successful games. You wouldn't see failures. They would just apply the formula. The second thing I want to say is, The tribalism in gaming is settling into the bone marrow of the public discourse at this point, and it's more than tiring, it's irritating. Much like the games that succeed and the games that fail, people want neat little boxes to put other people into. Objectivity is lost in an ocean of obfuscation and hostility. So much so that even a good game causes both parties to sling mud. We cannot objectively speak about the Series S being a problem without being attacked. We can't speak frankly about a game coming late to another system without being labeled. I don't even feel like I'm fighting with an opposition anymore. I feel like I'm fighting to give above a tide of insanity just to have a conversation. So my conclusion is this. If you've reached the point where you can't celebrate even the best of games, maybe it's time to self-reflect. Weaponizing every square inch of gaming has to be an exhausting and inauthentic way to live. Constantly attacking and maligning others isn't healthy. Warring on Twitter, forums, Reddit, or YouTube will not add minutes to your life. It's wasting them. So, is Baldur's Gate 3 the new standard? No. It's just another great game that had the misfortune of launching during one of the most toxic and unhealthy times in gaming and public discourse. I say it's time to plot a new course, and I plan to do just that, blocking and leaving behind those who refuse to engage in healthy ways, and hoping to find greener pastures and brighter horizons. And that's the show open. Thank you guys so much for being here discussing Baldur's Gate 3 this morning and everything that's gone into this game and the public discourse. I have just found to be wholly exhausting. It's tiring to see a good game constantly bludgeoned on other people's timelines and other game developers' feeds and used as some sort of weird talking point. It's like, it's just a great game. Why can't we just celebrate the fact that it is a great game? The way the guy keeps talking about Starfield like it's a failure or complete disappointment confuses me. That's hyperbole. You're displaying the very thing that I just talked about in the show Ender there. Everybody wants to be super categorical. You want to like put me into a category. I've not said that it's a complete disappointment or a failure. Nothing I said in the show open indicates that. You're concluding that or projecting that on to the conversation. It's like I can't say anything negative about Starfield without somebody like you walking in the room and doing that. I can't talk about Baldur's Gate 3 without people claiming, well, it runs terribly. Oh, well, it's a timed exclusive. And it's like, we can't have actual conversations. We do this thing that's like, it's like the illusion of a conversation where we never really converse. You just hurl false summaries at me, and I'm constantly saying, I didn't say that, I don't feel that, I don't think that. Like, it's not a real conversation. It's the illusion of one. DK Bager starts the monthly goal off with the first gifted member. I actually don't know where the current member count is, because we do have a new way to show you guys the big overarching goal. We're going to need a bit of a bounce back, as we always do every month when you guys go crazy. You guys went crazy last month, and the member goal for the Golem stream is 4,500, and you guys are going to have to really climb, because every single time you guys have a big banger month, 30 days later, those guys are going to fall out of the pool. So we're currently at like a 2,800. Let me push a button on the camera. 1 second. It's going to keep doing like the white balance thing, and it drives me crazy. Okay, there we go. And now we can turn on the timer, and we can have this thing flip back and forth. Blurred Erotic with a gifted membership. Thank you so much for doing that. Games need to stop putting nudity in them. It's just degeneracy. Well, I mean, you can turn it off in Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, obviously, not every game does that.
Degeneracy.
Some games do, because it's within their artistic purview. They think it belongs in the game. I mean, it's their game. I'm talking about the review score thing specifically. I wouldn't use Metacritic as any metric, since you don't need proof of purchase, or if you use Steam.
Did this guy leave because I robbed all of his shit?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Steam score, right? Like, I think right now, if you've got a big piece of property, right? You've got a big franchise like Diablo or like Elder Scrolls. I think you can learn from Baldur's Gate 3. I don't think Baldur's Gate 3 is the new standard, but I think the idea of like, hey, we can put our game in early access. We can put our game out there to the world, and we can basically acquire tons of feedback, right? And that's massively beneficial. It's massively beneficial. I think that Diablo 4 could have benefited greatly from this type of a structure. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is showing, like, listen, if you have a game of this size and scope and you already have a recognizable product, a recognizable brand, then put it out there. Like, let people enjoy giving you that symbiotic relationship, that element and that lane of feedback. I think Elder Scrolls 6 could totally do it. I do. I think you could let people get access to the first portion of the game, the first area of the game, or whatever, and really get a lot of great feedback. I think that whenever you're looking at a game like Baldur's Gate 3, I think the failure is to say no game can do that or every game should do that. I think those are both extremes. I think there are some games that could definitely learn from what they did and do something very, very similar.
Oh, I did give it to Astarion. I can give him a Lithid powers. He did want some. I'll give him some passes the first.
Looking ahead.
Action, not reaction. I wonder what the next move is.
Who had that extra shovel? Give it to Astarion. Any extra shovels? Anybody got an extra shovel? Oh no, it wasn't me. Maybe it was me.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Where's my shovel? God damn it. Equipment? Is it an equipment? No. Nope, there's my shovel. I don't have unless I don't think I have a second one. Nope. Here's the second shovel. Shadow. Oh god, where did it go? Here. Send to Astarion. Now Astarion, everybody has a shovel now. Where is it? Over there. Good. Ugh, send some items back to camp. Some armor, some weapons. We don't need everything we have. Oh, let me send my camp supplies back. I don't know why they're all split up like this. Got half at the top and half at the bottom. The fuck is this? Kiwi? I got 76. What else do I have? Well, I forgot to sell my rotten shit. I might as well set all these poisons. Basic poison. I think I have an antidote too. Let me see. Nope. Simple toxin. Where's that in the... I don't see that. I can set it in the hot bar. No, that's not it. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. God damn it. The organization is terrible. Jesus Christ. It's separated by type, but it's not really. It's fucking bad. Alright, first of all, let's get the 1 to 4. Where's grease bottle? Does that work well with the fire? That might help sometimes. I don't know. Where is it? Since I always have it, I might as well set it. Where is it? Here. Creates a flammable grease. We'll do that. Alright. Let me get this set up for the rest of the team. Poison, toxin, grease bottle, fire.
No time to dabble.
It's up here. What the fuck? Do I have the wyvern toxin here? I don't think so. Yeah. Fuck. God damn it, I didn't mean to.
Need to go to every RPG in existence, every game in existence, and say, well, you need to do what Baldur's Gate 3 did, right? No microtransactions, do early access, get a bunch of feedback. Early access is not going to work for everybody because there's a handful of things that can go wrong with early access. Number one, you're letting people play the game ahead of time. Number two, if nobody knows who you are, then where are you going to get all this feedback? Like, obviously, Baldur's Gate 3, it's the third game. It's attached to Dungeons and Dragons. It's got a lot in its corner to fill the player funnel from the very beginning. Definitely agree this won't be the standard, says Steam Crow. Plus, something not many people discuss is the importance of devs creating what they want to play. Not everybody wants a Baldur's Gate 3 type RPG. I'm not even down in the category of game type. I'm not. I'm talking about the construction of the game. What led to this game's greatness, what led to this game's, like, the standard that it has achieved. I think other games could do something similar. We don't all need CRPG turn-based. That's not I've not indicated that anywhere in my content. My point was, you could learn from what they did if you want to fuel quality and value into another product, into another game, especially when you are like Diablo and when you are like Elder Scrolls. When you're like those games, you're in a particular position of leveraging that brand recognizability. You've got something that everybody knows about. Like, everybody knows Diablo, everybody knows Elder Scrolls. Do you honestly think Diablo launched in a way it's like that worked? Morning Lono, it's Feed. I won't be using Feed anymore. Okay, well, Feed is not Feed anymore. We got to get him a member. We got to get him a membership now. What? I don't know what happened to your other account, but it's glad to have you back, Feed, under a different name. Yo, what's good, Brap? Good to see you in the chat. If you would have had 3 years of early access to Diablo 4, it would have been a different game. Do you understand? What if Baldur's Gate 3 would have just gone dark, not let anybody play the game, no early access, and just tried to launch the game this year? Do you think it would be as good as it is, knowing how much they benefited from early access and player feedback? 2023 has been a great year for the RPG. We have some other stuff coming too. It has been a very, very good, yes. RPG here. Yeah, Derek doesn't have a badge either. We got to take care of that. We got to get Feed's new account a badge. We got to get Derek a badge. Christos says, I'm just here to say I love Baldur's Gate 3, also to press like. Thank you, Christos. I appreciate that. I was going to try and play some more Baldur's Gate 3 last night with my wife, but she was like, I don't really feel like playing that right now. So we just played a card game. Like that, she's got to, you know, she has to be in the right frame of mind to play a video game like Baldur's Gate 3. You can't just jump in and play it. It's not as casual as, I mean, we could play it casual. We're definitely going to try to. It's absolutely the new standard like The Witcher 3 was when it released. I don't think it's the new standard. I don't. I think that it's its own standard for its own games. Like if you're going to try to build a game that has RPG elements in it, you don't have to do what Baldur's Gate 3 did. We need to define standard. Yeah, when you say standard, are you referring to the quality, like it's a polished game? Because again, that's intrinsically linked to the 3 years of early access. Even then, they're still patching the game. They've got significant problems in Act 3, which they've admitted to. So even if you're going to try to say, oh, this is the standard, this is the value games should aspire to hit, you might be glossing over the fact that the game still has issues that they're trying to fix after it's already launched. So what, are you talking standard for RPG? I don't agree with that either. I don't think every RPG needs to have this level of depth, freedom of choice, and complexity. That's overwhelming to try to put in every single game. I don't think that is required either. You have to figure out what exactly you're trying to say, because when I say, is this the new standard, I think there's a variety of ways people are approaching this subject. There's even people approaching the subject with respect to, like, you shouldn't do microtransactions because Baldur's Gate 3 isn't doing it. And it's like, I don't understand how that's a conclusion. How is that even remotely a conclusion that you're coming to from the game? I'm happy for Baldur's Gate fans, says Derek, but because I keep hearing nothing but praise for the new game. Not my thing, but it's nice to see good news for other gamers. Madam and I played it Friday night, and we had a great time. It was hilarious. We were all over the place. Somebody said it was the most chaotic opening to the game they had ever seen. It was fantastic. You definitely need to check it out. Victory with a $10 super chat tip. I don't care for petty wars, but timed exclusive, late arrival, staggered release. The end result is the same regardless of the terms we agree on. The term policing just feels like political correctness. No, I'm not term policing. What I'm saying is you can actually have better communication and clarity when you use the right words. It's like when people throw around the words pay to win and predatory. If it's not pay to win and if it's not predatory, you're not having clear communication. There's a giant difference between the pay-to-win aspects in some of the sports games that are out there and people who claimed Lost Ark was pay-to-win, okay? That's just confusing. If it's not a timed exclusive and you're out here calling it a timed exclusive, you're just confusing everybody. It's like, wait, is it a timed exclusive? Well, it basically is. So are they in a contract? No. Okay, well, how long is the timed exclusivity for? Nobody really knows. Like a month or two, maybe? Like, my point was not to police terms. I am ferociously committed to truth and accuracy. Like, that's why I get so annoyed with the people who obfuscate or frame things poorly. It's like, get out of here. Like, I blocked a guy for that over the weekend. It's like, don't throw false stats at me and then act like I'm accountable to you. Like, the hubris to think that I answer to you. You're just a smear merchant and a liar. So I just blocked them. It's like, I don't do this thing that you're doing. I don't. And I think clarity in terminology is the key to good communication. Victory with a 10 spot. My sis was attacked on social media for simply using the word. She's not some super plugged in gamer. She was aware that it's only a PlayStation at the moment and answered a question. Thank you for the 10 spot. Her being attacked is not right, but I also don't think you can use the wrong terms and get upset if you get corrected. Rissik comes in and drops a 5 bomb on the chat, and Derek gets scooped up in there. That's what we wanted to see. 7 members already on the day. Thank you, Rissik. Christos got one as well. Listen, If you guys just got a gifted membership, you need to go back and you need to see my wife and I play the opening to Baldur's Gate 3. It is hysterical. Rissick also
got
renewed
any
for 24
potions,
months
man?
and a VIP gold. Says another milestone down, another one to go. Like, I don't ever want to see somebody attacked on social media, but if you use the wrong term and someone says, hey, it's not a timed exclusive, right? I think sometimes people are like, oh, I'm getting attacked. Are you getting attacked or are you getting corrected, right? There's a big difference between the two. I didn't see what happened. I just know we tend to the hyperbole. I will watch this Baldur's Gate 3 with Madam. You're going to have to, well, maybe not, don't skip the opening. We usually sit and chat for about an hour or so. So if you want to just see us laugh and joke and have a good time, you can see that. Or you can just skip ahead to the gameplay. Joker Quinn gifts a member and adds to the pile. Thank you so much.
Potions?
You guys got a long way to go. This Friday is the Mortal Kombat stream. You earned the Mortal Kombat stream, but the Golem stream is a long ways off. We've dropped down to about 2,800 members. 4,500 is the goal. So thank you guys so much. We've got a ton of rewards this month still to do. The Mortal Kombat stream, the Beat Saber stream, and I'm forgetting one. I can't remember what the other one is. I can't remember what it is. It's escaped my brain. Maybe I'm just thinking of the Golem one that we didn't hit. I can't remember. I thought there was a third one. I would say it literally adds 0 things to the game that you just can't imply, but if you have it, it will add to sales because you want people to see it. I would say that we shouldn't feed that desire. I'm not sure what you're saying, Dalton. I just think we should have higher expectations from ABK, a $70 billion company, should have no issue producing quality. Here's the thing, Karaswan, I'm going to call you K. Thank you, D-Tom, for 24 months and a member plus. That's a red badge. Here's the thing. Give me a sec. Yeah, the Jar Jar is the Beat Saber stream. It's Mortal Kombat, it's Beat Saber, and was that it? I think maybe I'm just forgetting the stretch goal. It's just the two. Thank you, Jason.
Trading in my rotten eggs.
It's okay.
Thanks. I don't need that shit.
I don't have a problem with expecting quality or value or greatness from games. I think that's totally fine. That's not what this gentleman on Twitter, Xalavier, how do you say Xavier with an L in it? Xalavier? I literally can't say it. I'm like trying. Xavier, Xalavier, is that how you say it? Xalavier? Oh, it's such a tongue twister. Anyway, we'll call him Mr. Nelson. Xalavier Nelson Jr. said that you can't come to developers and say, we expect Baldur's Gate 3 level every time. Xalavier? Oh, is it Xalavier? I've never seen the name before in my life. I'm familiar with Xavier and Javier, but I was like, I don't know what this is. I've never seen this before, right? Thank you, TaylorMade with 16 months in a VIP. Back with love. Thank you. We're going to call him Mr. Nelson because I don't want to spend the next 20 minutes trying to figure out how to say the man's name. His Twitter thread was just so reasonable. It was just reasonable. It's like, listen. If you guys think this is normal, if you think other companies just need to like work a little bit harder and just do better, just get good, that's not what happened here. Do you see? I don't think that that's the conclusion he wanted anybody to come to because that's what gamers do. Gamers can't help themselves. They see a game do something and it's successful and they're like, yep, every game should do that. Every single game should do exactly what they just did. They'll see a game fail and they're like, yep, games like this are failures. They're never going to get anywhere. Like we commonly run into that trope with live service games, right? I think that's a serious issue anymore. Wheezy's got new Switch stuff. Nate the Hate shares new info. Summarizes interesting tidbits. Breath of the Wild demo ran at 4K 60 instant loading times compared to 30-second loading on Switch. The LSS is being used with supposedly 3.5, but it may not have had all the features the PC does. The Matrix demo looked the exact same as it does on next-gen consoles. Supposedly better ray tracing However, keep in mind it most likely wasn't running on native
Me
hardware but on a
too,
PC dev kit.
too.
March has a date being discussed at Gamescom, but Nate's unsure if the reveal date or release date. It's going to be the reveal date. They said on an earnings call, no new hardware before April. I told you 4K was possible. Everybody called me a madman. They called me a madman, and I said everything I'm reading. I think they're going to be able to do it. I think they're going to be able to market the next Switch on 4K, but we can't do that. Javier Cotto comes in. Good to see you, Javier. We got to bump the line up here to 9 members on the day already. Thank you guys so much. Guys, we've had some people gifting members and doing super chats. Do me a favor. If you can't gift a member, if you can't do your own membership, that's totally fine. But you can press the like button. That's free, and that really helps this video find more people. How much of this discussion applies more to the higher ups than it does to the actual developers? Poor planning and strategy is far more detrimental than low skill or effort by devs. That's another element of the discussion, Parasito. Like, if we actually look at one of the worst launches this year, if you look at Redfall, I don't think we can conclude that, like, Arcane Austin is bad. It's not Arcane Austin being bad. That's not the answer. The question is, how did this happen? And when you discover the answer, it's almost always leadership. Anthem was almost identical. It was eerily identical. This idea that we're going to build a game that we have no idea how to build. We've never built a game like this before, and leadership just completely fumbles the ball. And then when the game comes out, everyone's like, what happened? These devs must be terrible. And it's like, no, it's not the devs. Even the guy, Xavier Nelson Jr., even that guy said, you can have all the talent in the world. It doesn't matter. That doesn't guarantee you a successful product. Hey, another gifted member from Patrick Q. Thank you so much, Patrick. I'm going to bump it here. Ooh, I can't do that anymore. That's right. With our new formatting, I can't highlight all the text. There we go. Why bother making a game if it's just like another game? Defeats the purpose of making a new game, really, and just adds to the bland of doing what's been done already. Well, I mean, to a certain extent, you have to ask the question of what game are you talking about? Are you talking about indie titles or AA titles? Because I actually think they're one of the places where you do see quite a bit more innovation and creativity. But beyond that, even if you look at AAA titles, I think one of the challenges is, if you don't stick to what's familiar, it's harder to market. It's harder to have success. Think about it. Think about it, right? This is super relevant. This is super relevant to the ongoing conversation with Starfield. It's super relevant. Because if they would have marketed Starfield as it is, as it's basically Fallout in space, okay, it would not have been that impressive to people. Why? Well, because of what you just said. People would say, we've already played that game. We've already played Fallout. This happens with Far Cry. This happens with Assassin's Creed. This happens with so many games. People basically say, what's the point? We've already played that game. Make something new. This happens with Call of Duty, right? Every single big mainline title that just kind of does it again, they get accused of, well, we've played this game before. The same thing happened with Tears of the Kingdom, okay? So, you try to do something new, you try to do something fresh, there's so much risk involved there. What if nobody wants to play that? What if everybody's like, no, you've broken too far from the path? So, Bethesda tries what is very difficult, and they do a new IP. Well, new IPs are also difficult, because what do you have to do with the new IP? You got to market the heck out of it. You have to spend a ton of money marketing your brand's new IP. Bungie had to go through this with Destiny, right? They marketed the heck out of the original Destiny. Look what it did when it launched, right? It didn't live up to the marketing. It didn't live up to what everybody was hoping for. It was this huge departure from what they had ever built before. So because of that, whether you look at Destiny 1's launch, whether you look at, Baldur's Gate 3 or Starfield, you see some of the same elements and challenges. It's like Baldur's Gate 3 took something that was familiar. They took a brand, they took a recognizable IP, they took Dungeons and Dragons, and what do? Instead of trying to like just privately say, well, we got to innovate. If we innovate too much, we're going to upset the fans. If we don't innovate enough, we're going to get told it's just like the last game. So what do? They said, let's go early access. Let's let the community shape this game. I think certain games are hitting such a scope and such a size. I think success is becoming more and more difficult. I really do. I think one of the things that has made it so hard for Starfield to succeed, it's so big, they made it so massive, right? And they committed to all these things super early, likely in the dev cycle, that when it lands and the player base kind of splits and there's people who are like, this is amazing, and there's other people who are like, I'm bored to tears, I don't get it. There's no way to course correct that. There's no way to reshape that to capture more people. It's too late. The aircraft carrier can only turn so fast. It's such a giant game. They ran into similar issues with Destiny. It was like Destiny took a long time to write the ship and to make the changes. Why? Well, they had already plotted a course that many people were like, well, this isn't the game that I was expecting. And so you're always fighting against that. You're fighting against the sheer size of the game itself, and then trying to sort of magnetize it and bring it over more in line with what the community and what the larger public wants to see. Yo, good morning, Ravenstorm. Parasito says, Nelson's mention of tools also stands out in my mind. These other devs have tools that have been in play for many years. What's stopping games like COD from having great tools? So, he mentioned tools, but something I think missing from Nelson's commentary is team size. So something that I think is happening is I think we're starting to see, it's not, we said this the other day, that efficiency doesn't scale infinitely, okay? So let's say you have a warehouse with 10 people in it and it's very efficient at making a particular widget, okay? Throwing 50 more people in the warehouse doesn't automatically equate more efficiency. Do you see? You can't just scale efficiency infinitely. I think you hit a point where you say efficiency has depreciating returns if you get too large. You get to like the mega game size or the mega studio size. You get up here into the 800 and 900s, and then you're going to start to have a depreciating efficiency because you're spread so far. Now, Larian's sizable at 700 across multiple studios. I think once you get beyond that size, I think it gets really, really challenging to self-reflect on how the project's doing, how your teams are doing, what is the vision of the game coming to fruition. It's so big, it's so massive. It would be like trying to write a book, and the book has 100 chapters, and you have 100 different teams working on those 100 chapters. Having a cohesive story would be absolutely challenging. Now, obviously, that analogy is not perfect, but it encapsulates, I think, the picture of what mega game development can look like, and that's why I think these large, massive games, they're almost a threat into themselves. They threaten themselves with their sheer size and their sheer scope, because so much has to go right. There was a GDC talk I listened to, and those speaking often find that more and more devs employed tends to show a slower process of development, to your point. Right, you cannot infinitely scale efficiency in development. Now, in some cases you can, right? Pure mechanical environments you can. If you have 8 machines that can create 100 widgets an hour, and you go from 8 machines creating 800 widgets an hour, you go from 8 machines to 100 widgets, 100 machines. Well, those 100 widgets are, those 100 machines are creating at that same efficiency. Does that make sense? You got 8 machines that can crank out this much. Well, pure mechanical, you can scale to a certain degree. And when you do that, I think when you do that, it's like, well, a lot of people assume that that's how development works as well. But you're dealing with specialized specialized skills, specialized tools. You've got teams that have to nail certain things, because if they don't nail their thing, then the guy over here is going to really, really struggle, right? If you just look at like games that have NPCs, right? You got like Hogwarts Legacy, you got like Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, the spell you were
and then
concentrating
you have
on will end.
Starfield, right?
There
There's
it is.
tons of NPCs in both of these games. And if one team along the way messes something up or doesn't do great work or doesn't do a great job, it affects everybody's work. You can record fantastic voice dialogue, right? I think the voice acting in Starfield is quite good. I think it's quite excellent. That doesn't matter if the faces start acting funny or if the character freaks out, right? You can be having like a really poignant moment, and if the person's head spins around or their eyes roll back in their head because of some glitch, that kind of ruins the moment, right? I was playing a game, I forget what game it was. There was a story, there was something going on with the story, and there was something going on in the background of the scene that like wasn't supposed to happen. And it was hilarious, and it kind of ruined the moment, right? So you have to think in those terms, like it's like, well, the game is so large. If you get too large, teams A, B, and C can be absolutely nailing it. And then the teams after them could be struggling or having a hard time, or they're trying to innovate on things that just won't wrestle to the ground. Name them 10 things. I'm not sure what you're talking about. What 10 things? What are you talking about? When I talked about the 10 machines building the widgets, or are you talking? Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me? You keep saying name them 10 things. Behemoth with 30 months in VIP Plus. Welcome back. Thank you so much. If you guys are just tuning in, we're discussing Baldur's Gate 3 and what exactly we're considering is essentially like, is this the new standard? Like, this game's been sort of weaponized. It's been weaponized by console warriors. It's been weaponized by people that want to see other games do exactly what they did. I'm talking to a guy in chat. Oh, I was like, I thought you were talking to me. I was like, I had just said the thing about the widgets, and you started saying that. I was like, I was just making up a metaphor, like making up an analogy. Parasito says, I don't think studios in the 700 to 1,000 people range are functionally that different. I've worked in a few digital design related companies, scaling from 5 to 250 people, and almost all workflows were the same. Companies like Treyarch, Rare, or similar fall into the same bucket as Larian in my mind. People like Bungie or Blizzard are definitely bigger and require different things. Having adequate tools and workflow doesn't change how efficient the machines in the factory are, but nobody on the planet is able to keep those machines fed 100% of the time. Truly good dev tools just help bring that number up. I mean, in general,
I forgot
think
to
that
use all my
the
new
challenge is
skills.
not just
Misty
having
Step.
size, it's having,
And who else
if
has
you don't
Misty
have good
Step?
vision transfer, if your engine's old, if you're struggling to debug,
Astarion
there's
has
all
it.
kinds of things I think that can come from that large of a company. I mean, what do they say about Call of Duty? Like
That is
the
gonna be
previous
good.
version, they said something to the effect of like, we can't even find the bugs. Was essentially, I'm paraphrasing. That was essentially what they
Forgot about
said.
that shit.
Yeah, we can't even find the bugs. It's just too big. It was basically spaghetti code that we don't even know where they are. So I mean, even having good tools and even having a good staff, does that matter if the scope of the engine, if the scope of the project is so insurmountable that you can't find bugs? You know, we don't know why that happens. I think their process should be the new standard if the game in question can fit that mold, says Creature. Victory says, just to be clear, I know you speak on the terms in good faith with specifically hardcore gamers, but people foam
Goblin
over
Camp.
minor differences in words that
Oh.
casuals can be expected to know. Well, Victory, that's why I
It's a Spectrum Turbo.
Actually took a pretty strong stance against gaming media and gaming journalism. I think it's largely pretty terrible right now, and I thought Escapist magazine was good to point out that when you fail in your duty as a journalist to pursue truth, when you fail in that regard, you can quite literally sear the public consciousness to think something that's not true. And that's essentially what happened with this Baldur's Gate 3 narrative. A failure to pursue truth and accuracy led to a terrible framing. Devs are panicking over Baldur's Gate 3. And guess what? We're all guilty of this. I saw the headlines and thought, what? Why? Well, if you don't train yourself to be diligent, to go look and be like, okay, what's this article saying? What's going on? What devs are panicking? Well, I went and looked at what was said, and I was like, nobody's panicking. Nobody's panicking at all. Some guy who owns and operates a smaller studio, and he seems incredibly thoughtful and incredibly bright, and he's like, this cannot be the new standard. There are so many circumstances here that led to this. And I think one of the things that really lampooned and sabotaged his efforts was because some guy from Blizzard chimed in. And I think there was somebody else, maybe somebody from Activision. They chimed in. And they're like, yeah, man, don't expect this from everybody. It's like, wait, hold on just a minute. For the average developer, for the average game, yes, you can't run to them and say, we expect Baldur's Gate 3 level of greatness.
Yeah, I already checked that.
Absurd. But Blizzard? We can't have that or expect that from Blizzard, from Diablo. There was that Rockstar level nonsense guy too. I didn't see that quote. Crinab's talking over here on Kick and says, what you are talking about is a real economic phenomenon. Basically, if you add a person to the system, you get X efficiency. The next person you add, you get X minus random value efficiency. Eventually, you just add new persons, you don't get anything in return. Right? There's a level of efficiency that you can't just scale beyond it. It's like, this is as efficient as we're going to get.
All right, Reforge. We got Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. They're cutting shit outside. God dang it. Cutting them weed. They're smoking my weed. You're wasting it. Flaming Fists Jasek. Hey, Dane.
The tracks converge here. 2, maybe 3 drow. At least one of ours. From here they went... Damn! It's all so confused.
Wipe away the tracks with your foot. What will that do?
Hey! Hey! Stop! You're destroying evidence!
Oh, that's just the asshole option. I don't know what I was thinking.
The tracks converge here. 2, from here they went... Damn! It's all so confused. What does it look like? I'm trying to sort out what happened here. But I can't piece together much thanks to the fire.
Maybe you need a second pair of eyes.
By all means. Doubt you'll have much luck though. Most of the tracks were destroyed by the flames.
I'll see if I can spot anything. Shadow, we need you. Please. God fucking damn it. Too low.
The tracks converge here. From here they went. Damn, what does it look like? I'm trying to sort out what's happened, but I can't piece together much thanks to the fire. By all means. Most of the tracks were destroyed by the flames.
I'll spot it. I got you. Put on my detective vision. There we go. Let me have a look here.
Just the telltale clumsiness of goblins, alongside something more light-footed. Drow.
Those
Gaze
fucking
follows
drow.
the drow footprints around the courtyard and south, out of the inn.
Spot anything?
Ah, god damn it, my fucking elbow hitting the table. Figure it out for yourself. The drow went south.
That's something. But they could have gone south and then down towards the Underdark. We still have no idea where they took what they came for.
Figure it out for yourself? Why is that my only option?
Be easier if you weren't bothering me. You're in my way. Get moving.
Well, okay, I don't get why the root option was the only one left. Bunch of dead goblins. Dwarves, I mean. God damn it. What up, Brody? Tristan.
Gods, look what they did to him. That could have been me.
Did you know him?
Barely. He was a new recruit, but he was a flaming fist. That made us better than brothers.
Lovers. I get it. I'll take that. Loot. Time to loot up.
What's that? I'm way too big.
I don't think I could transform into another animal. Spider, wolf. Can I go in there with the cat? I can. Fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. Need some fireproof boots. fuck? How do I make it upstairs? I didn't mean to pick it up. Fucking put it in my pants. God damn it. It fucking blew up the box. God damn it. Can't reach it. Fuck. Come on, come on. We can make it. I'm looting. Let's go. Portrait of the Red Prince. Nice. Bed linen, I'll take that. Of course. Locked? Not anymore. Maybe the whip could automatically open it. Nope. Counselor Floric. Case for prosecution. Master Silver did with forethought, kill without malice. I don't know what that's about. Can't get that. Alright, that's it. Or at least for here. Hold on. Can't break that floor. Okay. Alright, we're good for now. I'm done looting. What up? Oh, I gotta reorganize the team. Oh, we're good. Let's go. I could have healed me and Astarion. Astarion, where you at? Didn't heal him? The fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? It even had him highlighted. What kind of shit is this? Got a dead elf. Man, shit is fucked up. No, not the moose. Not the cow.
This is the spot Rugen marked. Doesn't look like much.
Monsters everywhere. Kill.
Oh shit. Druid persuasion calm, friend. I won't harm you. I'm not taking the risk, adding all the bonuses. There we go.
You speak to me? The monsters only scream. I was ready to run you through. My mistake, friend.
It's okay. It's alright. What happened here?
An attack. Monsters. Little ones and taller ones. They took the shiny one. He killed many.
Did you kill the goblin in the stable?
Yes. It was screaming, waving around its metal. I made him stop screaming.
Good. Did you know the dead ox outside?
Him? He was the biggest. No, I'm the biggest.
Oh shit. Nice. Man's the alpha of the pack. I'll stay out of your way, big man. Wooden tub? No thanks. Don't mind if I loot up around here. Just get a little bit of... Okay, okay. Let me loot your friend. Doesn't have any... Alright. We can go through there. Let's see what's in here. Did we go in here? Got some water barrels. Let's check this out. A dirt mound. Nice. All right, let's go. Oh, what's in here? Let me check inside the house here before I do the mission. God fucking damn it. Finish bleeding. Thank you. Don't mind me just looting up all your beer. Thank you, fellas. I'm gonna make a lot of money off this. Jeez, we're just fucking all their shit up. Damn, you guys have a lot of food. Holy shit. A bucket of fish. Holy shit. We got the load. Shadow, time to loot. Water pump. No thanks.
Take that.
I think as soon as the Blizzard guy commented on the thread, he sabotaged the whole thing, because the average person was like, Diablo 4 has no excuse. You have a war chest of funding. You have decades of institutional knowledge and expertise. You have a recognizable brand. You don't have any excuse. What you shoved out, there's no excuse for. And I think that's what sabotaged the whole thing. Because then everybody's like, oh, developers are panicking. They don't want to expect to be, oh, we can't be expected to do this, not what Larian did. The Rockstar level quote is pathetic. I would need to see it. I'm not sure I've not seen the quote. Maybe I have and I'm just forgetting it. Doesn't mean we can't ask any dev to try harder to move toward that standard, or at least improve. Yo, Ragnarok, thanks for jumping back in as a VIP. There's no complacency in quality. We have to be okay with remaining the same. Well, do we honestly think that devs out there aren't trying their, like for the most part, they're not trying their best? Most devs, I'm not saying all, I'm saying most. Do you think devs are just out here like complacent and they don't want to try to make a great game? They don't want to be held to high standards? You know what I mean? That's where I come from on this. I'm like, who are these developers that are just like, we don't want to make a good game? We don't care. What are they doing then? Why are they in the industry? I don't think that's what it comes down to. I think a lot of times it comes down to timelines, publishers, investors, leadership. I don't think you just have development teams that are like, yeah, frick it. Like, we don't care. How much we get depends on the devs. Is that the simplest and was that the most accurate answer? I don't think that's the most accurate answer. I would think most devs are doing the best they can with the tools and resources they have at their disposal. That's what I mean. I don't... Sure, try their hardest, but if they fail, don't expect 70 pounds. Well, to a certain extent, there's two discussions to have there, right? There's a discussion about pricing. Not every dev is charging the 70. Some devs are staying at a lower cost because their game is smaller or they are smaller. But I've not listened to, seen, or met a single dev that has ever said, yeah, I just want to make a meh game. Larian self-publishes, it's an advantage. Ashton says, most sports games developers look at Madden, FIFA. Granted, that's a cop-out answer. Online MVP with 30 months and a VIP gold. There are some big boys in chat today, and we've got a long way to go. If you guys want the Gollum stream, maybe we should just... There it is! I knew it. I could smell it. I was like, here he comes. As I said, online MVP. He drops it. Takes it all the way to 30. Somebody could tag team and drop another 20 all the way to 50. Unbelievable. Watch out. These guys will swing it, chat, and it will take you on an elevator ride. They will shove everything out of the chat. They will flex with those gifted members. Thank you so much, Online MVP. If you just got a gifted member, consider paying it forward and gift a member to somebody else. Every 25, I give 5 to pay it forward, to pay it back, and to say thank you. So you guys that just got one, out of the kindness of Online MVP, pay that kindness forward. I believe there will be a day where we will not be able to stop the stream because there's always going to be somebody paying forward a gift. Like, it'll be like that day where somebody pays for the Starbucks behind them for like 9 hours. Video games have never been better. All the petty arguing is silly. These people tie their entire personality to the failure and the success of a single game. It's funny. Yeah, I kind of want to shift away from the nebulous conversation that we're having. It's a difficult conversation to have. I feel like it's been productive and enjoyable, but I want to move away. Javier Cotto! Javier Cotto, the king of interrupting my sentences, drops a 20 bomb and tag teams it up to 50 with Online MVP. They walk in the ring and they're tag teaming it. Does anybody else want to jump in to try to fight against these monsters? Thank you so much, Javier Cotto. Another 20 bomb from Online MVP, and he bumps it up to 70 just like that. The Agent of Chaos and then some taking us to the next goal of 75. And then Kyle Wilkerson, he jumps on top as well and says 80 looks pretty healthy to me because that's 20 away from 100. And DK Baker says we can't have a nice even 80. We'll put an 81 on the board. Thank you so much for a gifted member, DK Baker. DK's always in the mix, making sure people get gifted members. Absolutely stellar. Wheezy says, that's what I was saying a few weeks ago. It was absolutely BS when one of the Diablo 4 leads chimed in. Absolute effing BS to claim Larian has years of expertise, like Blizzard hasn't been developing Diablo for over 30 years. Yeah, I think that Blizzard guy kind of sabotaged the entire conversation. It's like, hey, you shush. You had more than enough time, more than enough institutional knowledge, more than enough money, more than enough people to make a good Diablo 4. You have no excuse. Now, I will say Diablo 4 can learn from what Larian learned and say, maybe for Diablo 5 we do early access. Maybe for Diablo 5 we do a couple of years of early access. It would have saved Diablo 4 from a bunch of heartache and a bunch of terrible decisions, right? It would have. It would have. 20 from Stone Spire. This guy's coming in. He absolutely dominated a couple months ago, and he's back. And he's back with a force. And he takes us all the way to 101. I can't even get the spacing right on the member goal because you guys are absolutely taking us into the stratosphere. This is a remarkable day. I'm going to have to update the goal that slides out. That's a new feature that we now have, that you guys can track the big ones. And Stone Spire drops a big one. Absolutely insane. I told you, I could sense it in the air. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, they're all in chat at the same time. All the big boys are in chat at the same time. Okay, I want to shift gears, all right? I'm trying to shift gears away from the nebulous standards. Should we hold people to these standards? What went into Baldur's Gate 3, okay? I'm gonna try to shift here in just a second. Solemn says, let me put it like this. Not every dev is going to be there thinking of their job as artwork. Not every dev cares about their job beyond 40 hours and getting a paycheck. Not everyone wants to come in and do more work than necessary because they care. I work in nursing and rehab facilities, and you would think most of these nurses and CNAs would be passionate about their job and caring for people, but the reality is maybe 5% at the facility does, and that's very much reflected in their work or the lack of. Right, not everyone's an ideal worker. I wasn't trying to romanticize developers and act like they're all coming to work bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and they can't wait to wake one more, bush in this world, right? They're like, I can't wait to make another bush. It's gonna look amazing, right? The little branches and the little leaves, it really just gives me existential meaning. I understand that. That's not what I was trying to imply. Generally speaking, I don't think game companies or game projects run off the rails because developers don't care or are lazy. I think it almost always comes down to leadership malpractice. You have people in positions of leadership that mismanage the project, whether it's bad vision casting or timelines or project management. You have bad project leads. You have bad communication between the project leads and the leadership. Like, usually that's where the breakdown comes from, okay? Like, in your line of work, Solemn, the same could probably be said. If something goes really, really wrong, it's usually going to be something linked to mismanagement, not because Sally doesn't really care about her job. Does that make sense? Even if she's a little apathetic on a Tuesday and she could care less, that Bertha's crying down the hallway and she's like, I'll get there when I get there. Like, that's not, like, institutional failings, systemic failings are typically not linked to an employee being kind of meh about their job. That would be how I would couch it. So I do want to shift though, because I have a stronger, maybe a little bit more of a passion to like elevate the conversation here, because the end of my monologue got a little sanctimonious. It got a little preachy because I've really genuinely gained not just irritability or exhaustion or fatigue. The fuck was that? But I feel like a resolved, righteous indignation about the way the conversation is always hijacked,
Holy
and the way
shit.
that people are attacked, and the way that the tribalism has just, it's taken root into the marrow. It's like an infection
jeez.
that's gone beyond the surface. It's gone beyond the skin and the muscle and the
Let's
bone.
see if this water that we
Tribalism
collected can put
is
any of this
into
shit
the
out.
marrow of the bone. And I'm opposed to it. I'm against it. I'm not your enemy. But if that's the way you approach these conversations and me, then you don't exist in my world. I push you to the fringe where you belong. I want to have conversations with people, and I cannot abide or give time to smear merchants and liars and people who run false narratives on me. Some guy tried to do that on the weekend. I was like, block. It's like, I'm not interested in this. Whatever you're doing, it's nothing to me. You're playing marbles in a pile of garbage. You're playing some game and keeping some score that doesn't matter to me. I have no interest in that at all. It's like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not
You're
having
gonna need a lot
your
of water for this.
pitiful, childish conversations.
Maybe
and
the jugs
fights.
of
I'm
water
over it.
downstairs
If
can
you wanna
help.
come in and falsely couch me, falsely clip me, that's fine.
Lae'zel,
That's the world
help out
you
with
live
this.
in. You live in some false reality. I'm not going there anymore. I'm so over it. It's not at all conducive to conversation. It's not conducive to just healthy engagement and community building. It's like, you can't keep going this way. It's not healthy. It simply isn't healthy. I've felt that way for years now, says Eugene. Always getting dragged into the muck and the mire.
Yeah, there's no jugs
It's
right up
impossible.
here.
It's like, so we can't talk about Baldur's Gate 3 without that being the drumbeat. It's like, I don't want to do that. That's not that. What can we talk about the game? Can we talk about what could be gleaned from this and learned from this? Can we talk about why this game will likely win Game of the Year? I'd rather talk about that than do this weird, it's a China exclusive. No, it's not. It's not the Series S's fault. Yes, it is. Like, come on. You're not even having, like I said this morning to that guy that came in and tried to do that. It's like, you're not even having a conversation. You're having the illusion of a conversation where you parrot talking points and somebody else does the same thing. And then you both walk away still miserable about something. You're not happy about something. It doesn't make any sense why you would behave in that way if you were. I came in late, so I did miss the context and the subject of the opening monologue. So what I said was not in response to that. No, yeah, you were just kind of engaging with the conversation at the moment.
Didn't really do much.
Like, even this morning, there has been a constant back and forth in chat about Starfield, right? It's like, I've been streaming for 1 hour and 9 minutes. I made one mention of Starfield and said, given where it's landing right now, I think Bethesda's going to do some soul searching. I don't think you're seeing the results they hope for. I don't think you're seeing the results they aspired to. And I can't help but think about Elder Scrolls 6, and I look at Baldur's
See how
Gate
much
3
water
and
I
I
have on
say,
me.
Elder Scrolls 6 can learn from Baldur's Gate 3. Diablo 4 can learn
Ooh,
from
I got
Baldur's
7.
Gate 3. These are games that have institutional knowledge and expertise and a history and tools and a background, and you have a recognizable brand. You have a very recognizable brand. Insomniac Black with 24 months on a VIP. Get ready. Big Red finally, 4 to 5 years of top tier content and still going strong. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. I'm having fun with Starfield on the Series X. I'm hoping to buy a PC so I can enjoy an enhanced experience with the player mods. And I think that will elevate the game a lot. Right. But see, even that's a conversation I'm not having right now. I'm not having a conversation about who's liking, who's disliking the game, right?
All right, everybody, give me your water.
By their metrics, I don't see any metrics that shows that. It scores low. It's scoring lower than Fallout 4. The player-based numbers aren't as strong as Fallout 4. I don't know why they're saying that.
Potions? Is it in
Skyrim on
potions?
Steam. Listen, that's not what I'm
Is it in
talking
miscellaneous?
about. Even if you're enjoying that game, I can't help but think Bethesda's looking at it and saying, we can do better, right? let's just say that. Let's just say that. We can do better. Even if you're loving the game, even if you pound on a green drum and you're like, yay, Xbox, okay? I love Starfield. Okay, cool. Hang on a second. Do you think they can do better? Do you think Elder Scrolls 6 could be better? Do you think it could be a higher level of excellence? Do you think they could evolve the franchise more? Do you think that? I think that. I think Bethesda's capable of much more. I think Elder Scrolls 6 could be much more. And when I look at Baldur's Gate 3, I think this might be the way. This might be the way, because early access, I think, can get overused. There's an ocean of early access on Steam. It's just freaking everywhere, right? Every game's in early access. But when you have a recognizable brand, like Diablo 4, for an example. Imagine if Diablo 4 would have done this 3 years ago. Recognizable brand, early access. You got the hive mind of the player base combing over your skill trees, your Paragon boards, your end game, your structure to content, your leveling, all of those things.
Electrocuted? What the
Baldur's Gate
fuck?
3 did. They let everybody have access to Act 1. It's a recognizable brand. It's Dungeons and Dragons. Everybody jumps in.
What the fuck is
everybody
this?
gives them input, and they shape the game in a symbiotic relationship with the community for 3 years. Okay? Diablo 4 could have done that. Well, that ship is sailed. Okay?
You guys are gonna have
That
to
ship
stay
is
out
sailed.
here.
They're gonna
Hold
have to
on.
basically treat the
Who
next
has
2 years
the most
like
weight?
early access, and that's unfortunate
Shadow.
because I actually think Path of Exile and Last Epoch are standing ready to pounce. I think they're going to make it
We'll
very,
go
very
in
hard on
Lazo.
Diablo to turn this ship around. I do. So the next game I thought of was, what's a big RPG that's super recognizable and everybody knows it? Elder Scrolls.
God damn.
Like, Elder Scrolls is an incredible recognizable brand, I guarantee you, a very loyal fan base. And if you launched Elder Scrolls 6 in early access and you gave it the Baldur's Gate 3 treatment, I can't see that as a bad idea. I see that as that's a great idea. You could learn so much, because think about it from this perspective. Thank you, Mackie, for a $5 super chat tip. To be fair, the Elder Scrolls has more lore to work with than Starfield. Sure. Think about it like this, though. And Mackie, that's in their corner, by the way. All that lore, that's in their corner. Let's say, under the best estimates, that Elder Scrolls 6 comes out in 6 years. Right? It comes out in 6 years. So that's 2029. Okay? So let's say the game comes out in 2029, and when it comes out in 2029, it's landing at a time where player expectations and thoughts about RPGs and thoughts about progression and da-da-da-da-da, all of that's evolved to a certain extent. So if you've not evolved with that, I think you're going to face some challenges. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to play a role here. I do. Baldur's Gate 3 early access wouldn't have worked if Larian was more popular at the time. People would have just complained the whole time. I don't know if I agree with that. You're saying that popularity in early access would what? Why would that hurt it? Right? Why would that hurt it? Elder Scrolls 6, 2626. Oh, I don't think we're getting Elder Scrolls 6 in 3 years. Now, we could get it in 3 years, Parasito, if in 3 years they launch early access. Right? Spider-Man will score higher than Starfield. I don't know, and I don't care. Why does that matter to you? They're very different games. Like, I think at some level it's easier for action-adventure games to score in the high 80s. I think it's harder for games of Starfield scope to land in the high 80s. That's why I kept telling people, if it lands in the high 80s, that's impressive. it's landing mid and lower, and it's falling on Steam, and it's not doing great with the Xbox score either. There's so many things that go into that. That's just such that comparison's so needless. Oh yeah, Kodo! Oh my gosh, I ruined it. I tried so hard. Javier Kodo. I was like swallow. I was like mid-swallow. 121 on the day. Javier Kodo's knocking the wind out of me with his generosity.
God damn it, you don't have any fucking loot, asshole.
That was terrible. Man, good thing I'm not shoutcasting a soccer game. Yo, my kids on Saturday.
Shadow,
Unbelievable.
my love, come help me.
Champions. My son was a legend on Saturday. He was amazing. I kept telling him, like, you can lead. Quit playing back.
You dumb fucking asshole.
He scored the first 2 goals. I was screaming. I was exploding on the
the
inside.
fuck?
My girls, the team I'm head coaching, 1-0, and they won. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. Anyway, side note, I had to gush on my
What
kid.
the fuck is this? I'm trapped?
It's amazing to watch. Oh, it's been awesome. Because I keep telling them, you guys are really good. Like, you need to believe. You need to believe how good you are. You don't seem to believe it.
God, I'm fucking
So, sure.
dying in the
You guys
background.
like the
Come
shirt? You
on.
wanna see something? This is another one from that company. Check this out. They're actually going to send me some unique prints because I want this.
Bro, come the fuck?
It says wolves across the top, and then it says adapt and overcome, and then it's David getting ready to chop
What do you mean
off.
target is out of
Goliath's
sight?
head. I kind of vibe with that. It's kind of a vibe. Like my whole life being a shorter guy, but also everything I've been through. I'm like, okay, I kind of vibe with that. Can I have more shirts like that? But I want it on the front, dude. Give me that. So EC77, EC77.co. You can use code LONO over there. I love this shirt. It's like one of my favorite shirts from them. I love it. They've got it. They've got more shirts coming my way.
You dumb
I said,
fucking
I need 'em on the
asshole.
front,
Just come.
right? I was like, I need them on the front because that artwork's legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know that. They're like, yeah, David killed him with a stone. No, he knocked him down with the stone. He cut his head off with his own sword. I'm with it.
God damn it!
Like, that's the energy I need. Every day. That's it. Adapt and overcome. Anyway, guys, if you haven't smashed the like button yet, do that. We're on the cusp of 300 likes. So we're discussing. The discussion's kind of all over the place. So if you're just tuning in, we're talking about Baldur's Gate 3. Is it the new standard? And one of the things that
I can't even pause to fucking switch and use my goddamn fucking items!
Weaponized. It was weaponized by everybody, right? It was weaponized by everybody. The idea
Just
is that
die again, you
you
stupid
can take
fucking
the
asshole.
game and like a weapon, like bludgeon developers, and be like, you should do this, right? You know, no more microtransactions. Like everybody should do this.
Give Shadow her fucking water back
And then
so she
it
can
kind of
get your
left
ass
that
out of here.
Atmosphere of oddity, and then it comes over here into the console war.
Jesus Christ,
That
Adam, you
I
dumb
just don't get it. It's
fuck.
like, why are we celebrating a good game in such an odd way? Parasita says, while I understand the frustration, I feel like the tribalism is baked in, especially in the case of Baldur's Gate 3, where they physically couldn't ship it on Xbox. I think Larian handled extremely well, releasing it on PC with full features, then PlayStation when it's ready, and now Xbox. It's hard to separate console wars from a console-driven release stack. Of course it is, Paris, yes. But because there's so little air in the room for conversation, any sensible logic gets choked out. So you can't be like, it's the Series S. No, it's not. Hater, pony. It's like, it's the Series S. They said it's the Series S. No, they said they lack the resources. Pony. Okay. I mean, that's what they said. No, Phil Spencer said there's no hardware problems. Oh, okay. I mean, the next day they had to walk that back. It's launching without parody on the series. You're just a cry more pony. So I can't have a conversation with you. I can't. Now, conversely, the other side, right? Neighing and bucking like a horse. They're running around acting like this is a timed exclusive, Sony timed exclusive. And they're attaching its Metacritic score to their Twitter profile like some Boy Scout merit badge. Like, you did nothing, you have nothing to do with this, right? Javier Cotto didn't get the wind knocked out of me that time. Thank you so much, Javier Cotto, bumping the line to 131. We appreciate it so much. And the thing that frustrates me so much about this, Javier is so generous, by the way. Javier just bringing it again. You guys are going to have to go absolutely crazy hard. You're going to try and beat Javier
Go for a long
Cotto
rest.
this month again. He won last month. He's already got 50 gifted members on the day. So the thing that really frustrates me about that, though, Paris,
The
is
stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karnak, the archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
Nah, she's here to chill. The two of you have met before, I see.
If by met you mean hoofing it through the hells with this fucker on my tail.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares.
That's a racist,
You
Will.
cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
That's a bit.
I didn't take the blade for a fool.
Yeah, she's got the tadpole. She's one of us.
The fire of the first hell. You are Karnak, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder.
Oh,
The
God.
front lines of the blood war. With every swing of her axe, Karnak fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karnak. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karnak's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Will shudders with Karnak's desperation. She is a victim of the blood war, not an agent of it.
Yes.
Baldurin's helm,
You must be woke.
I will not be tricked.
No, it's not a trick.
Saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zari. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Calm down, Will. Have a drink. Just go jerk off in your tent. Be practical. Karlak is not a danger. That's what's more important.
Will catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
Jesus Christ, Will. You're a giga racist right now. You gotta get over this. God, you're stubborn. Karlak is a devil and you know it. You saw Karlak's thoughts. She poses no threat to the Sword Coast.
You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know
The whole
what
team
to do.
likes her too.
You don't
They
know
all
what
approve.
You're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am, I'm not what you think.
Shit!
She's sexy.
Shit.
She's got little jet engines on her shoulder.
You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Yeah.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was going to have to take your word.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
Oh, racism
I
over.
see the good in
Nice.
you, Karlak. I promise not to lose sight of it.
even when the hells burn hottest.
Oh, I think he likes her. Ooh, Karlak's over here. She's so beautiful. Oh, she's thick. Oh, she's dancing. She's bobbing a little bit. Listen to the new Cardi B bongo song. Hey, pet. Do I have my spell? Cats speak to animals? No, it's not active. There we go. Hey, dog.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
I am. I'm sorry about what happened to your master.
Master. A friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
That's so sweet. Pet him. Get some pats, get some scratches, get some rubs. Little doggy massage. Good doggy. Leave. Bye, dog. Hey, Withers.
Fate spins along as it should.
The same old, same old.
Dost thou require a new ally?
Do you want to trade?
Or mayhaps
I'm gonna leave. Fuck you. Suck my dick. Hey, Lana. Karlak.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlak.
Yeah. Does it? You're pretty loud. I'm glad he's joined us too. Glad you two could make peace.
Same. Now, instead of a liability, I've got a friend. Or I will have soon, anyway.
Aw. You're gonna have a lot of friends. Oh, she's chilling, she's dancing and shit? Okay. She's gonna be a great team member. Oh, we got Halson, Lae'zel, Shadow. Let's see Will. Hey, Will. Sorry about the jump scare.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
It's okay. Everybody gets a little racist now and then. Except me. I'm perfect. What's that supposed to mean? Lay it out plainly, Will. If someone set you on Karlak's tail, I'd like to know who this source of yours is. Yeah, why not?
I can say only this. Karlak's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Alright, alright. A chance to see the blade squirm, perhaps. Penance? Should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise.
No, about you.
I can't say the same about me.
Oh, that's what I was worried about. Alright, hey Bar, what are you doing? Looking at Will? He is very sexy. Look at him. Little crop top, yoga pants.
Ah, my good fellow.
My
Cozy
fellow.
setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Have your research shown up anything that might help with this parasite problem? Well, let's go. Private lap dance. Thank you. You're a little bony, but put those cheeks to work. What is this?
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep, just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic on.
Holy shit. I don't think so. What is this? No fucking way. Oh, jeez. How many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it.
Oh no! What? I'd rather get a second opinion.
You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Oh my fucking god, what is this? What are these options? Just do it? Fine.
VOLO carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly.
Oh god. God, I can't look. Endure the discomfort. Let him carry on.
Finds the gap between eyeball and socket. VOLO frowns and begins
No! Ah!
Pain shoots
What the fuck?
your optic nerve.
Oh, fuck, man! You're fucking my eye holes!
Plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Holy shit!
There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
What are you doing to my eye? Hold as still as possible.
Carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then reaching into his bag, he produces
No!
VOLO
What? No, I'm gonna have to restart.
closer to your eye.
Now, don't.
Fuck, man, what? Oh, God, man. Fuck, VOLO.
And then tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run.
Fuck, man, what are you doing? Ugh.
I agree. It's a feisty critter.
Fuck. Oh, shit, he's digging in. What are you doing? What is he doing?
Down into the mud.
Try it.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
No fucking way. Where's my autosave? It didn't autosave any of my shit. Goddamn this fucking game! Fucking never autosaves anything, man. What the fuck? He just fucked my eyeball. What? No goddamn way! Why would he do that? Why would the options let me? It's 5:23. Fuck, I forgot to quick save. It's been 20 minutes! Fuck! I'm gonna kill VOLO when I get back. I'm gonna kill him. He's fucking useless. Why the fuck would he do that to me? This motherfucker could have killed me! What a dumb asshole! No fucking way, man! No fucking way! It better give me a I'm attacking. Hold on. No, no, no. Not just yet. You fucking dumb piece of shit.
Survival is all that matters.
Fucking dumb piece of shit. The fuck you think you're doing, VOLO? You dumb, stupid asshole. Now I have to restart my shit. Fuck! What a dumb piece of shit! Why would he do that? What the fuck is wrong with him? Right here, my dear fellow. Let me stab your fucking brain. What a goddamn retard. Jesus fuck. Oh my god. What a dumb fucking dog shit, dumb dipshit asshole. What a useless fucking pussy. Let me make sure I finish looting around here. I did. Alright. It was just the upstairs I didn't finish. Fuck that, I'm leaving that shit alone. Jesus fucking Christ, Volo. Why in God's name would you do that? I wish there was another skip button. I want to skip through the lines, but not accidentally choose a choice.
If I agree, you are the front.
Proof.
Another bit will.
By Baldur.
You.
And yet you served.
Will catches his breath and his lips.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
You know monsters better than
You don't.
I
You really?
truth.
I see the...
Alright, autosave. Jesus fucking Christ. I keep forgetting to autosave. You have to autosave literally every 5 fucking minutes.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Same.
Seems like Will and Karlach will play nice from now on.
Oh, I didn't even talk to her. I forgot to talk to Volo first. God damn it. Whatever, bye. This fucking game, man. Talk to Scratch. Come on, Scratch.
Hope you're keeping well, friend. Must never forget him.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've eaten one night soon when we make camp. You're not in any...
Volo, let's talk.
My God! Quite the cozy setup you have here. It's not... You won't find a more learned...
I'm leaving.
You only have a matter of days to live. Don't dally, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you shove a fucking ice pick in my goddamn brain. You fucking dumb asshole. I should kill you. What up, Halson? God damn it, Volo. Just actually ruined my fucking mood. Why the fuck is this ass? Is he trying to kill me? Who the fuck is this guy? He's fucking useless.
With such stimulating company, never better.
Man, stop flirting with me. I'm not gonna fuck you. Keep accidentally flirting with people. Lazo, what up?
Good thing for Will that Karlach called a truce. A tiefling that mighty would shred him to pieces and burn the remains. What did you need?
Sex. I'm trying to fuck. Busy tonight. God damn it. No options. Astarion, what up?
Nothing like a little camp drama to spice up the evening.
What are you telling me about it? Fucking Volo shoving a goddamn ice pick in my fucking brain.
Seeing those two duke it out would be fun.
Scratch, stop smelling her pussy. It's normal. She's a tiefling. Well, we haven't had any tieflings in camp yet. Oh, we did! Scratch was smelling it. He smells everybody's asshole. I'm gonna go to sleep. Auto select. I have so many fucking supplies. Holy shit. Oh my god. I don't ever have to worry about, I don't ever have to worry about, Oh, Shadow, what up?
There's something I've been wanting to share with you. If now's a good time.
Yeah, I don't mind. Human ash falling from the sky. I'm all ears.
It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you.
A dream, a
Here's the
vision.
tadpole, the connection. Come into my mind.
What is you gonna show me? Some childhood art? I'm sure it's very cute. Your mom is very proud of you. Use the parasite to explore her mind. Are you sure?
I'm sure. I trust you.
Okay, I trust you. Parasite time.
I don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing.
There's a little shadow. Oh. Hey, Scratch. The doggy. Oh shit, he's hungry. Titties!
She asked my name. Can't remember what I said. Can't remember anything before those words. All I know is she saved my life and gave me a new home with Lady Shah. That's all I remember.
You probably got kidnapped.
Seluna's followers to sell their children into the woods alone, a rite of passage to find their way home. Perhaps this one has gone wrong.
Oh.
You're reading too much into things. A childhood bauble, that's all. Just because Selunites claim something doesn't mean they own it.
Interesting. No wonder you're so dedicated to her.
Lady Shah. But yes.
Fuck her. I'm not gonna say her goddamn name properly.
Saved me and taught me her ways. The Mother Superior.
Alright.
She made me who I am. At least as best as I can remember. She taught me, trained me, punished me when I failed her. Which was often.
Wow. Sounds like a happy relationship. Sounds like abuse.
Abuse? Nonsense. The Mother Superior made me strong. For the Dark Lady.
Yeah, sir. Okay, yeah, no. Your wound is causing you too much pain. There must be a way to heal it.
Pain is the gauntlet that all who love Lady Shah must endure. Only her embrace can truly heal me. To try and salve myself would do nothing but shame me in the Night Singer's eyes.
Religion. You should not have to suffer in order to be a true faith. Whatever. I'm gonna fail it.
Perhaps you're right. And perhaps one day I won't have to suffer. But I don't think that day has arrived yet. Lady Shah will ease my pain when she wishes to.
What do you make of your Lithid powers?
On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it.
Yeah, Astarion, I gave him the last one. I'm not going to take any more. Some might say excessive caution is a risk in and of itself. Perhaps you're right.
It's been known to happen.
I want to talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Oh, okay, no problem. I apologize, didn't mean to pry. I'm not gonna try persuading her.
Fine. Just keep out of matters that don't concern you.
Okay, sexy.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Good talk. Lae'zel, we're gonna do your Githyanki patrol. But let's talk to the rest of the team. Shadow, how did you switch places with me? I hate switching this team member shit, man. It's so annoying. I can't just like fucking rotate and switch them around. I have it's like a fucking puzzle I gotta solve. Alright. At the bottom. Oh, fuck me, man. I don't know what the fuck. How? I just want to put myself at the top. What is this? What is this? It's a fucking puzzle just to organize my goddamn team. What the fuck? Man, I have no fucking idea. The fuck? What is this? God damn it, man. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. Lae'zel now. Oh, no, wait. Shadow. Fuck. Shadow, go over there. Lae'zel, then Astarion. Jesus fucking Christ, man. This goddamn party organization.
Let's get going.
Alright, I'm just gonna take a fucking break, man. This shit.